When practically everything in your life, from work to pleasure and fun and everything in between revolves around fishing, this is sort of like where you can end up. You know what I mean? You dedicate years, you dedicate a whole bunch of hard work, good chunk of money. You can end up with, 30 different rods and reels for all different types of techniques. Is it nice? Yes. Is it necessary? No. This next setup that I'm going to show you right here is really special. This one is special. This setup right here is not a heater series rod. It's not a Shimano reel. This is actually a Pinnacle Ultra Balance combo. This is the combo that I fished with for the longest time when I first started really getting into bass fishing. We're talking 12 plus years ago, before I really started just focusing on largemouth bass. Been fishing my whole life for all different types of fish, including bass. But I really started getting more serious about bass fishing techniques around 10 to 12 years ago. And I started, wanting to have like dedicated bass gear, bait caster. And at the time, this was the setup that I purchased to use. And I use this for everything. This was my one combo. This is a Pinnacle 6.2 to 1 2-bearing system. It's got 2 bearings in there, guys. This is a budget-friendly, cheap combo that I got from Walmart back in the day. 6 foot 6 inch medium graphite composite rod. It's real noodly when you start shaking it around. I like it. Feels really good, man. Maybe that's where some of that love for the moderate action rods came in. Really cheap, not a smooth reel, not a great casting reel. But this is the one combo that I used for everything, every technique, whether it was topwater, Texas rig, buzzbait, popper, swim jig, chatterbait, it did not matter. This was the rod that I had and the rod that I used and the rod that I loved using. I put this in my trunk and I drove around and I hit ponds with this rod. Nothing but a dang popper or a spinnerbait or I don't even know what tied on for the longest time, well before I ever had a nice combo, well before I ever owned my first Shimano reel, and I loved every minute of it. My reason for showing you this rod right here at the end of this video is to say that, I'll never forget where I came from. I showed you guys a lot of really nice gear, and like I talked about, it took me a lot of hard work, hard-earned money, time, dedication to obtain and acquire and collect all of those combos. They're not necessary. They're nice. I'm blessed. It's a luxury, but you can get it done with the 2-bearing Pinnacle Ultra Balance from Walmart. You do not need a bunch of fancy gear to fish. You do not need a bunch of fancy gear to love fishing. And that is the message that I want to leave with you guys here today, is that all that stuff is really nice and it is something to work towards. I hope that seeing all those nice combos, if you love fishing and fishing is what you want to do, well, I hope this in some way inspires you to work hard, keep grinding, keep building your arsenal, and one day you'll have a ton of more setups than you know what to do with. Honestly, this is overkill. It's more than I know what to do with at times. I love having all my rods and my reels, and I put them to work, but it's overkill. It's not necessary. It's not required. And if you don't have a ton of setups, you should be just as happy with something like this, because I was. When I was using this rod right here, do you think I was thinking, oh, I wish I had this? No, I was just happy that I was going fishing. I was just happy to be loading this into the trunk of my Mustang with my one little Plano hard plastic tackle box, going down just trying to get a bite somewhere. So that's the message I want to leave you with at the end of the video. Yes, it's really cool to have all these combos. I love my heater series rods and my Shimanos. Very blessed. I have some of the best gear imaginable, some of the best gear on the planet, and blessed to use it. But it's not necessary, it's not required. And while it is cool and it is fun, you can get it done with the old 2-bearing Pinnacle Ultra Balance combo from Walmart. I don't even know how much that cost, but it couldn't have been much because I didn't have much money back in the day. I had to scrape together the pennies, just like a lot of people do. And I'm no different than any of you. All I did was sit down. I had a goal, I had a vision, I had a dream. I chased it. I refused to quit. And now we're here. So that's it, man.